Okay, I'm back, guys. I took a couple weeks off. I had an extremely busy day. My baby started teething, and I just can't do videos when he's crying. So I had to take a little couple weeks off, but I am finally back, and I have tremendous updates on a couple stocks. One of the stocks I'm trading right now is the SPY. As you guys know, the SPY is pretty much what determines what the market is gonna do. So it's really important to keep track of what the SPY is doing, so you know what other stocks are gonna do. When you have those days where like the stock market is just completely red and you don't know why every stock is going down and it just doesn't make any sense, it's because the SPY went down. If this goes down, all the stocks go down with it. So it's really important to keep track of the SPY. More importantly, it's good to keep track of the futures, especially during the weekend. The futures open at 6 p.m. on Sunday Eastern time, and that kind of gives you where like you ever have a stock where like a day where like you see a stock, it's like let's say it's 50. I'm just gonna use 50 for example, and like you wake up the next day and it's at 45, and you're like, oh, what's going on? Like, the pre-market it dropped 10 points. How did that happen? Why, or like how people are selling? How people are trading stocks? Like, like why did they go down so much? I mean, no news came out, and the reason why is because the SPY went down, and that brought everything down with it. So, and then when the stock market opens pre-market, they adjust that difference. So if the SPY goes down 1%, that could be 2% for CRWD or Apple. So you definitely want to keep a close eye on the SPY. And another reason I mentioned this is because the futures. Now this is what the futures look like right now. Right now they are up 18%, which is not much, but it was down a lot when the futures started on Sunday. I mean, it does change. We, like I said, a huge crash when it opened. Bears were really happy. And if you go on StockTwits and you go to the SPY channel, there's literally 500 comments every hour. So the SPY gets loaded with comments. If you want to entertain yourself for a couple hours, you have nothing to do, look at the SPY comments. I mean, I want to say 95% of trolls and bots, but there is some good. You do see some good stuff every once in a while. The reason I mentioned the SPY and the SP 500 is because I'm going to break down what I think is going to happen in the next couple weeks, months, and years. So, and I don't want to say I'm going to be 100% accurate, but I really have a good idea based on my stats on the charts that I make. So if you're watching this, please keep in mind that the SPY is very important. If you guys don't know anything about trading, always keep an eye on the SPY. And let me jump straight to it. So first, I want to break the SPY down to the 45-minute chart. And again, guys, if you want my charts, and I give this to you guys for free, I don't charge you guys anything. I just want you guys to give me a thumbs up and give me a share. Just do whatever you guys can to help me out, promote me. But I made an awesome chart for the SPY. As you can see where the highs are, and you can see where it's bouncing, and you can see as soon as it hits this line, we're gonna bounce down. As soon as we see this bounce support line, you can see how it keeps popping up and going down. So my prediction, and the reason I bought right here, I've been an excellent buy at 328, and I already made a couple thousand on just this little momentum going up. But what I think is gonna happen, I think we're definitely gonna be hitting, boom, right there, and we're gonna be hitting this line and going back down. I think 318 is a really good possibility for this buy, especially since we just hit high. When it hits high, it goes to the low next. And I'm going to break this down really well to the best of my ability in the daily chart. So this is the 45-minute chart. This is a good chart analysis when you're really trying to figure out what's going for the next couple of days, but not weeks. When you want to do weeks, you want to go back to daily. Okay, so if you want to predict what's going to happen tomorrow and the next day, you want to do 45 or the 15-minute chart. As you can see, this is when the crash happened. And if you go all the way back, this was very predictable. This high before the crash was very predictable. People are like, oh, what happened here? Like why did it crash? And you have all these predictors, and this is a very easy, like this is very easy. If you were looking at my charts and you guys have access to my charts, if you just copy this link and post it on your computer, please don't use your phone. Your phone is going to come out really shitty. The charts are going to look this small, and you're going to have like you can be like just this sucks. So please use your computer. I have a 36-inch monitor that really captures everything I'm looking at. I know on YouTube it might look smaller because depending on what system you're on, it could be your phone, it could be your tablet, but on PC monitors look fantastic. So I'm gonna go back in time, back to even before this crash, which was in February and March, is the big crash of coronavirus. and this also was also a predictor that it was too high, and this was too high. I'm gonna go back in time, guys. Here we go. Let's go back to the daily. This is one of my favorite things to do, and I'm going. Oh, this is really not safe. All right, guys. So I had this whole thing planned, but my chart did not save. So this is good for you guys. You guys get to see where I pull my, pretty much get all my information from. So I had this saved. It didn't save. So I'm gonna show you guys why this line right here, and I'm really upset this didn't save. I had everything planned. So all right. So I'm gonna at this point I'm gonna show you guys how I chart things so everything makes sense. So we're gonna now it's I have everything clean and nice. I'm kind of disappointed. So I'm gonna get everything. I'm gonna get all my new lines a little bit yellow. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh wait, no. I'm going too far back. So this doesn't make sense. Sorry guys. So I'm going back to the actually the 4 hourly. Where's hours? So 4 hours and actually let's do 3 hours. Perfect. So we're going back in time, guys. We're gonna take the time capsule and go back all the way to 2016. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're gonna go back all the way to 2016, where really this charts really started making sense. Um, yeah, just a little more. Please be patient, guys. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna make it as big as possible. Stretch it out. So why was this predictable? Why was this predictable? And the reason why is because if we go all the way back in time, and you can see how this high. Actually, I'm not gonna use it, but all right. So here we go. This is the all-time high. I'm gonna make it green, and I'm gonna make it very visible for you guys. Okay, here we go. Let's make this. That should do. So this is my indicator on where I should sell. If you are trading to SPY the SPY 500, I think I know why. So that's because I had a chart on the SP 500. So it's gonna make a lot more sense. Uh, Nothing saves anymore. I'm pissed. So let me go back. So these are my lines. This is my high, and this is going all the way back to 2016. Okay, so that's only 2 years, and you can definitely see the trend that's hitting. So we can it hits here, it hits here, and it just doesn't go over this line. It does once where we think it's gonna spike, and we have a crash back down here. So these two lines were originally the top and bottom support. Okay, so we have the top here, the bottom support here, and it's gonna change once I start moving forward with this. But let's just keep this in mind because this happened for a couple years where this was the trend. So it was following this trend, very nice trend, and here we go. So we hit it here, and we just hit it here. So we draw a straight line, and now this is before the crash. This is before the crash we just had now. So very easy to tell where to sell. You should not be losing money if you guys have good charts or if you guys are using good indicators. And this bottom support line, you can see how it breaks here and we have a little crash. So what we do is we draw a line here, we connect it here, and this is where, honestly, and this is where the bottom of that crash was, which is it was kind of hard to predict where the bottom was really gonna be, but this is where the bottom is, and most likely we're never gonna hit this again. This is just another resistance line, and then once we break this, we have new support lines appear because we just broke the trend, and then we have this right here. This is another trend. So what I think is gonna happen, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I have the magic able. Not really, but this is pretty accurate. So look at that, perfect, right on the green line, right on the green line. You should be selling right here. And people, investors who have been doing this for a very long time, they know this, and they're very experienced, and they know where to sell. And they see a sell-off, and boom, right when it breaks this bounce support line, after you hit the high, you know it's gonna drop, or you know exactly what's gonna happen. After it breaks this, where this was trending, and it just crashed so hard because people were just selling off. Bears were making tons of money. So we had a nice recovery. This was after Corona. And here we go, straight up. And we make this support line, boom. So this connects here, this connects here. After we break this, we have another crash. So what do I think is going to happen? I think we have a lot left to go. I think we're going to be hitting 317 on the SPY. And let me go back to my 45. So once I hopefully explain my long term, so long term, what it looks like, and you see how I broke this support line. Long term, what it looks like is this is going to go down, but not tomorrow, not next week. I think right now if you look at my chart, this is what I really want you guys to look at. This is what the 45-minute chart going back to the crash that we just had this high. So when it hits the high, what happens? It hits. It wants to go low. So how low can we go? Right here, guys. 318 is what I'm gonna look at. But tomorrow and next week, most likely we're gonna follow this trend because you can see that triangle, and I'm gonna draw this triangle for you guys right here. This little triangle, it's a descending triangle, which means that it is not good for bulls. You do not want to be holding during this time. The reason why is because we broke the support line, and usually when things hit high and break support lines, things are going back down. So most likely we're gonna hit here. We have to test this just one more time. So it hits here, it hits here. We're gonna be. I bought this right here. Very easy indicator, as you can see. You can see my indicators, guys. I make this very easy to trade. And if you see my other videos, usually I'm pretty right when it comes to stuff like this. So we're gonna be hitting here. We have my little down arrow here, and again, guys, you guys have access to this. So hop on this, do it with me. So when it hits here, you want to sell, which I'm gonna be selling my calls. I only do options because I'm usually pretty right half the time. And then once we see this, we're gonna be hitting this. We're gonna be going right down to 318. So I'm gonna, unless, but if we break this, is a good indicator that the market is recovering, and we're gonna be hitting 352. And but most likely we might even retest 358, and this is a perfect line right here. But knowing what we know now, and if you go, like I showed you guys going back in time, most likely, and you can see this, this looks like it's going to go back down to a 318, 319 area. And we might even go below that depending on how hard this market's going to crash. There's a lot going on in politics right now, guys. Follow the politics, follow the news, follow the coronavirus, follow what's going on with the election. These are big things that are happening right now, and the market is uncertain. And when the market is uncertain, things drop. All right, guys. So I broke down the SPY, which is the best I can do to predict what's going to happen for the future. I'm going to be doing some other stocks. I'm going to get back to this maybe next week. I'm going to try and do weekly updates on the SPY. But I'm going to hop on to the stocks that I like to trade. I love NVIDIA. They just released one of their best graphics card. But you can see how the trend follows with the SPY. And I am going to just, see if I can just show you guys. So let me do NVIDIA. He had this doesn't work. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Fucking A. It's not working. Sorry for the language, guys. But I'm sure you guys are all pretty much adult and you guys don't really care. So this is the SPY. I'm gonna hop onto the Nvidia, which is a great stock. They just released one of the best GPUs in the market at the moment for one of the best prices. I actually won one myself, but they completely sold out in every store. Newegg, Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart, you name it, it's sold out in every store. So they're doing great. I think if the market recovers, we're gonna be doing great. But I want to sell right here at 501. I think we're gonna be testing 500 just one more time. And then if there's a big sellout in SPY, I'm gonna be having lots of puts in every stock, and because everything is gonna drop with SPY, which the SPY is not doing too well right now. All right. Now the stock I'm looking at is, let's see. So you see how everything is below the support line? That's because everything is below the support line for SPY. So technically, BA should be going up to its support line and recover, but unless the SPY does it, it's not gonna do it. So we want to look for a breakout at 336, and that's a good indicator that you want to buy. And if it hits this and goes down, then you want to definitely get some puts in because it's going back down. I think I spent too much time just talking about the SPY. But if you guys have any recommendations on any other stocks, just feel free to hop onto my trading view. I pretty much have charts for a whole bunch of stocks. If they're not updated, all you have to do is just really extend these trend lines, and you guys will have access to all of this. Again, Netflix is also hanging below the support line. So all these stocks are hanging below the support line because the SPY is not looking too good right now. So which means that a crash could be very immediate for the future. So, but this could also be a really good buy if the SPY goes back up. Because right here, very low, and you see how it's gonna hit 525. It's gonna hit top right here again and again. But you know, SQ was another stock I was trading. But you see how everything is low right now Everything right now is hanging on the bottom support line, maybe above it or below it, but it's very, very close. Apple, same spot. You see how everything is in the same spot because everything follows the SPY. I just cannot. I think I said SPY like 100 times in this video. I just cannot express how important the SPY is and to keep up with it. And futures right now are looking great. These are the futures, and as long as the futures keep going up, so that's daily, minute. No, I want to do minute. I don't like doing minute. I like 5 and the 15-minute chart. As long as the futures keep going up, and this is like great because it gives you like news. This is investing.com. I always recommend using this website to follow futures, follow what's going on in the news, because it would constantly update on the second what's going on with news and what's going on. And also they also give you indicators. I'm gonna see if I get an indicator that they usually show. Now, right now it's not showing any indicators, but sometimes they show indicators that's bullish or bearish, which is also very, very helpful. And I want, their chance of being right or better than 50%. So I usually take those odds. But again, guys, I hope you guys definitely enjoyed this video. I don't want to make the craziest, longest video in the world. I can talk about stocks all day. I love stocks, hope you guys definitely enjoy this. Hope you guys and sorry for being gone for like 2 weeks. It was a bad time for me to go and make videos. It's just, family, job, kids. If you're a father or a mother, you know how much time a kid can take from your hands. But I do appreciate all my followers. I got some texts, I got some messages from YouTube, even like stock tweets. People are like, yo, man, when's your next video? Like, where you been? So I had to do it for you guys. I had to do it for my fans. I know right now, like, I only have like barely 400 subscribers, but I appreciate every single one of you guys. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't getting subscribers or views, and I do it for you guys. So if you guys definitely enjoy this, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a share, do whatever you guys want. But hopefully we have a good trading day on Monday, and good luck to you guys.